What's up, everybody? It's me, E-Man, from E-Man's Movie Reviews. Yeah, no need to adjust your settings. I figured since we're going to review The Invisible Man, I'd turn myself invisible. The only thing is I don't know how to unturn myself invisible. Alright, let's do a quick intro. After surviving her violent and abusive relationship, Cecilia is convinced that her crazy ex is not only stalking her, but he's also invisible. Enough of that, let's get right into the good.
The good.
The level of suspense this film delivers will be the highest selling point above anything else. Director-writer Leigh Whannell devoted a good amount of time to provide a visual experience that really plays with your mind. For example, the cinematography delivers a number of wide-angle shots that force your attention away from the character on screen to start to wonder whether or not something else might be going on in the background. As a result, the buildup of the tension and anticipation immerses you deeply into the same level of anxiety and paranoia as the characters on screen. Now, when it comes to the plot for The Invisible Man, I thought it was well crafted and original. I appreciated how there didn't seem to be too much filler stuff going on. Even though some characters may seem a bit underdeveloped, they did serve their primary purpose for the sake of the story. The villain isn't that deep as a character, and that's okay because you get to know all you need to know about him. The film wastes no time in jumping right into the thick of things at the very beginning of the movie just to get the ball rolling. Plus, the way the story is structured, it has a nice amount of twists and turns to surprise you at random moments. Now, moving on to the acting, without a doubt, Elisabeth Moss gives a fantastic performance to carry this entire film. She really nailed her role as an abused victim traumatized by domestic violence. Now, I'm in no place to say whether her portrayal was an accurate depiction of an abused victim, but I will say that she certainly had me convinced that she may have been one of those worst case scenarios. The delivery in her acting was communicated effectively in a physical manner from her facial expressions and overall quivering body language. It's hard not to empathize with her character and her actions. Alright, enough of that, let's get into the bad.
The bad.
A constant frustration within horror or thriller films is when the characters do certain things that don't seem terribly smart or believable. While it wasn't something egregious, I just thought that there were some moments in the movie where the characters' actions and decisions were either inconsistent or just plain dumb. For example, you'll have a character be smart enough, to fight back or even outsmart their attacker, and then in the same situation, they'll do something like run away, which basically allows their attacker to continue being a threat. Let me give you a much more practical example. Imagine yourself at home and there's just a big creepy bug and you throw a shoe or something at it because you're just terrified. Now, most people will go ahead and pursue to get rid of the bug because the alternative to that is if you go running away, that bug is going to disappear and you'll never know where it's at. And then you're just going to have to burn your house down because there are no other options. Anyway, getting back to it, you'll also have one or two other instances where characters will be beyond stupid in terms of disregarding tons of facts only to believe what they want. I'll chalk these things up as minor nitpicks because thankfully they do not ruin the movie. Also, I kind of get the impression that most people are going to look past these little things anyway because you're really going to see this movie for the thrills, so take it for what you want. Alright, enough of that, let's get to the reason.
The reason.
The Invisible Man is a fresh, modern take on a classic horror character that is sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. You'll probably enjoy how this movie feels more like an experience given that collective paranoia that you eventually feel as the movie progresses. So when it comes to the rating of The Invisible Man, I've got to give it an 8 out of 10. For those of you who may be concerned of this movie being, too gory or scary, I would say that it's got your typical level of minor jump scares and mild violence. Unless you have a fear of invisible people, you probably won't be having any nightmares after watching this. All in all, The Invisible Man is well worth the watch in theaters. So, will you be going to see The Invisible Man? If and when you do, come on back to this video and let me know what you thought about the movie in the comments below so we can talk about it. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I certainly appreciate it. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.